Hello YouTube, how you guys doing? It's Don and Lon here, and today I have the beta for iOS 10, and I'm willing to share my first thoughts with you, and just give it a play around really. As you can see, starting screen here, slightly different. It says here at the top, sorry. So instead of the touch fingerprint scanner at the front, instead of pressing that, give it quite a bit of force, and then you come in now. So it's hard to explain, but there's quite a noticeable difference there, which can make things. All your cards are still there, but this is the most noticeable change. Here we have quite an attractive kind of widget screen here when you swipe right from the home screen. And here you can have all your widgets. So for example, I've got weather there. I've got my next major event on my calendar, Siri app suggestions, news, what I'm doing today on my calendar, reminders, stocks, etc. And what you can do there, if you press the edit button, and then you can edit those widgets and move them around, and you can add more widgets from the apps you currently have on your phone. So that's quite useful actually. It's quite nice. It reminds you a bit like Android, really. And it took Apple this long to to sort it out. Yes, so we're going to the phone now. So here, I could show you first the photos. Photos are kind of quite similar, but it's quite nice how they've kind of changed the GUI really. So they've got people here, which is quite handy for some people, not so much for others. And memories, you can create memories. So that's me and my girlfriend, my son as well, there somewhere. So yeah, it's quite nice actually that they've done that. Multitasking is still the same. No difference there compared to the iOS. I think it was 9. Mail. Quite impressed by this one actually. What you can do, so for example, if you have junk mail and you don't, obviously you have to go right to the bottom of the email, the specific email, to unsubscribe from the mail list. But what you can do here, hang on, let me try and find it. So, for example, hang on, let me try and find one. This is going to be fun. So, for example, LinkedIn, for example, or any email. At the top left, there's like a bar here now, and it's quite useful. Where it says this message is from a mailing list, and what you can do there is just press unsubscribe, and then you can press unsubscribe, and then you'll unsubscribe that, and that will save you from going all the way down to the bottom of the email, try and find the small print and go through their way, their individual way of how to do it, which is quite useful actually to have if you want to cut down that junk. What I like about this version is finally Apple have allowed you to delete their native apps. So who wants stocks, right? A lot of people are not really into that kind of thing. So you can literally just remove it now, and it will save space. And it's great for people with low space on their phone, which is really handy because everyone has a folder, right, with all the unwanted apps they have. So that's really useful to have. Thank you, Apple, for that. Okay, Next one, if you swipe down, these are my recent notifications. They're a lot more Androidy. However, when you do have one of these apps, one of these notifications that come up on your lock screen, they do sometimes look quite harder to read compared to the previous iOS, which is not that great, but it's just something you're going to have to get used to, really. So they've kept it quite attractive, really, and then you can easily swipe there at any time. So um, that's sorted. So music. I'm not really a big fan of this update, really, of the music app. It's going to be really hard to get used to. So, as you can see, the library screen's completely different. It's a lot bolder and a lot closer to you, like more so than the text is bigger, which is good in some ways, but in other ways, they did pretty well in the last version, so I don't see why they didn't have to overhaul it a little bit. This is what I'm not really kind of keen on, really. Um, so, for example, this bit, it's like completely different now. I'm not sure what to make of it. It's hard to get used to, get your head around. Like, for example, queuing music. Uh, so I don't know what to say about that. I I really preferred, because I didn't really use this Apple Music too much until the last couple of weeks, as I stopped my Spotify. Um, so yeah, really. Safari. Um, I haven't looked into the background details behind it, but it looks quite the same to me. Force touch actually is a major improvement compared to the last version. Um, it makes it a lot more easier now, and saving the images and all the other actions you can get from that. So that's quite good. Okay, so what haven't I covered? Okay, if you scroll up, this is completely different. You've got a new night shift mode, and what this does, it you can probably see on the screen now. It kind of dims the screen to kind of like let your eyes adjust. Really, obviously it depends on the time of day it is. It's so that's quite. I just realised my time is wrong on this phone. A bit weird. Um, Probably the update. I've done that. So you swipe right, and then you got your music there. So I don't know really. They kind of just kind of pull it into the new GUI. This looks different. It's black now. It's quite useful for these now. It will tell you specifically how many hours behind or forward they are. The different cities, and they just turned it black really. And there's a thing called bedtime, which it kind of helps you to sleep. Really, there are many apps about this to do with this anyway. So obviously, finally, Apple wants some sort of share of the market, of their own market, perhaps. So that's why they kind of included that. Okay, phone. Um, the the little profile picture is slightly different, not a major change there. So here it's a lot easier to call people because it used to be all the way down top to bottom, but now you can there's easy shortcuts at the top to call even faster, or text even faster, or send an email. So guys, I think the majority of it I have covered. Also, sorry, messages. This is a major addition which I completely forgot about. Here, it's completely different compared to the last version. All those Apple users out there. I quite like it, but it's really hard to get used to. So so this is you type, obviously. If you click this button, you've got these three options. If you click the button first, you can take a photo. Hello. You can take a photo while also scrolling there as well, which is really handy actually if you want to quickly take a photo, because before the camera, it would go straight to the camera screen, so the whole screen is basically this bottom left here. But now it allows you to navigate really quickly. Here you can write different things like S, and then press next, and then etc. Now, if you turn your phone left side, left ways rather, you come to this kind of palette where you can write anything. So, for example, how are you? And then once you're happy with that, you just press send, and that's literally it. So I'm not going to press send because I'm not that harassing. So sorry, I'll send it. How are you? And there we go. So it's quite handy actually. I like pizza. I'm trying to get this emoji thing to work. But I don't know how to do it. So if anyone knows, can you leave a comment in the video? That'd be grand. But apparently what you can do, if you go I like pizza, what it does, it highlights all the words that could be emojis. So for example, pizza, there's an emoji for pizza, so you can click that and then you can choose that emoji, which is quite cool for your messages. So that's really handy actually, and it makes it more interactive and more funner actually, messaging compared to literally just using a keyboard. So what haven't I covered? App Store, practically the same. Categories different and a lot larger and less cluttered, which is quite nice. So games. So yes, quite. They say it's quite a major update. It is in a lot of parts, but it's not really anything advanced. Android has had a lot of these features for many years, and it's only now that Apple has finally put these extra features into their native operating system. So yes, this is the public beta 1. It was released a couple of days ago. The link is in the description. You can also get it on Mac as well. It's worth checking that out. So yeah, can you just like this video and subscribe if you want to hear more. I'm currently new to this YouTube spectrum, so it'd be nice to get some sort of support to help me make more videos, and hopefully the content will improve. So thank you, peace out, take care.